Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm the co-owner of Evalence Renewables, and we specialize in high-quality, ethical solar installation for homes and businesses across Alberta. So this is a video series just about the basics of solar. Talking with our customers, we realized that a lot of people are just kind of confused about the whole process. It feels very complicated, it feels very technical, and it's not very approachable. And we don't really do ourselves any favors sometimes with our complicated presentations. So really this series is about just breaking it down to the bare principles, getting a good starting point for what solar really is and how it actually works, and then really diving into what does solar look like in Alberta specifically. Solar looks a little bit different in different provinces and different countries because the regulations are different there and the climate's different as well. So yeah, through these videos, we'd like to really just touch on the basics, give people a good foundation, and keep it at a level that everyone can kind of latch on to. Solar really can be simple, and we're going to show you that it is simple through these videos. So we're going to start with just the basics today, debunking some myths about solar in Alberta, and then in future videos, we'll get into other things like the hardware, how solar panels actually work, how you get credits on your bills, and so on and so forth. So stick with me for hopefully some easy to digest advice. So the first myth we'll go over today, the most common one that we see is that solar doesn't work in Alberta because of our winters. Now, I can see why people might think that. We do have winters where the days are very short, it can be cloudy, it can be quite snowy, and all those things are going to affect the production of your solar panels. The next myth is that solar takes 20 years to pay back. And I often hear people say, I'll be dead before it pays back. Now, in my experience, that's not really true. Of course, it does depend on your roof setup, if you have lots of shading and require a big system or electrical upgrades. But generally speaking, most systems are 7 to 10 year payback that we install at Evalence. Now, the next myth we'll cover is that you don't get paid for the energy you export to the grid. Now, that's not true. In Alberta, you do get paid what you export to the grid. You get paid the same amount that you pay for electricity. This is one of the reasons why solar works really well in Alberta, is you are compensated fairly for it. Side note, every jurisdiction treats exporting solar differently. So Saskatchewan, British Columbia, and California, they all have different rules. So it makes sense why people are confused by that. The next myth we hear a lot about is that the government is against solar. Now, I don't think this is really true on a residential level. Reason being is we see a lot of incentives for people to do solar. We see that the government has the Greener Homes 0% interest loan program. There's hundreds of millions of dollars in funding available for Canadians that want to do that. On a provincial level, from time to time, we do see some grants, and we do see a few grants for medium-sized businesses as well that are looking to do solar. So I wouldn't say that that one is true. The last myth for today is that I'm going to need big batteries in my house. Now, most solar systems in Alberta actually do not have batteries. So no batteries are needed. Systems are tied directly into your electrical panel, and you essentially use the grid as a battery, exporting power and then importing power from the grid when you need it. So no batteries needed. That saves a lot of costs, which is important and helps with the payback return. So there you have it. Those are the myths we wanted to cover today. If you found this useful, if you'd like more information, please check out our website, evalence.ca. For more personalized information, you can always reach out and we'd be happy to give you a quote or answer any of your questions about solar in Alberta. Thank you.